My beloved child, lean in close and do not turn away, because what I am about to reveal carries a weight that cannot be delayed even for a single breath. The air around you is shifting, and a presence stronger than steel is moving toward your home with something wrapped in light, a gift so unexpected it will leave you trembling. Do not blink, do not allow your attention to wander, because the next words are the very rope pulling you into your destiny, and if you lose it, you may never find this moment again. This is not just a story being whispered into your ears, it is a declaration carried on wings of fire, a sign that your waiting has not been in vain. For too long you have sat in silence, wondering if anyone sees the depth of your struggle, the tears that never reached the ground but soaked into your soul. Today, a door has cracked open, and what stands behind it is not ordinary, it is a wonderful surprise prepared only for you, and it is already on its way to your home. The silence of your nights has been counted, every restless turning, every heavy breath you released into the dark, and heaven has chosen this precise moment to reward you. The surprise will not arrive dressed in noise or chaos but in a quiet wave of certainty that floods your chest and makes your knees weak. Something hidden in plain sight is about to be unwrapped, and once it is revealed, you will never again doubt that you are chosen. Listen carefully, for there will be signs along the path before this surprise fully reaches you. You may feel the sudden warmth on your skin even in the cool of the evening. You may hear your name whispered when no one is there. You may see repeating numbers flashing before your eyes, as if the universe itself is counting down toward the arrival of this sacred package at your doorstep. My beloved child, do not fear the shadows that try to distract you now. They will rise louder than ever, attempting to convince you this is fantasy, that nothing is moving in your favor. But trust me, every obstruction is already being cleared away. The package is sealed with golden wax, stamped by hands higher than human, and carried directly to you with unstoppable speed. You will not need to chase after it, for it is coming toward you as if pulled by the magnet of your endurance. The struggle you thought was breaking you was only carving space inside you for something greater. This surprise, this treasure, will not only enter your home but settle deep within your life, reshaping the days ahead into something unrecognizable compared to the weary seasons behind you. The sound of footsteps will come, and they will not belong to ordinary visitors. These are messengers cloaked in the ordinary, but behind their simple faces, they carry news that will shake your foundation. What they bring is not small, not partial, but full, abundant, and overflowing beyond what you dared imagine. There is urgency in this, my child, urgency that cannot be ignored. That is why you were drawn here, why you opened this very moment, because timing is everything, and you are standing exactly where you must stand. Delay would mean missing alignment, but you did not delay, you obeyed the silent pull, and because of that, you are ready to receive. Do not doubt, do not shrink back, for this is your season of unveiling. What once seemed hidden is being brought forward, and it will come so suddenly that your breath will catch. You will pause, unable to speak, as the realization sets in, the wonderful surprise has entered your life, not in pieces, not in fragments, but in fullness, with glory shining brighter than any shadow. My beloved child, the earth itself has begun to shift beneath your feet, aligning every unseen detail to ensure that this wonderful surprise cannot miss its destination. The hours you have carried the burden of silence are now transforming into moments heavy with divine noise, echoes of destiny preparing to knock on your door. Nothing is late, nothing is misplaced, for heaven's timing is sharper than the blade of any sword, and you are now standing in that exact alignment where blessings finally locate you. Even as you breathe right now, invisible forces are moving with precision, weaving together people, places, and circumstances into one unbreakable cord that leads straight to your home. The path has been marked, cleared, and guarded, and the one who carries your surprise is walking with deliberate steps toward you. You may feel a sudden quickening in your chest, a stirring you cannot explain, because the closer it comes, the stronger its energy becomes, pressing into your spirit until you cannot ignore it any longer. The whispers of doubt may try to rise, telling you that this is too good to be true, but silence them quickly, because truth has no interest in proving itself to those who deny. Truth reveals itself in undeniable ways, and you will witness it unfold before your eyes, leaving no room for hesitation. When this surprise arrives, it will carry not only joy but evidence that you were always seen, always remembered, and always prepared for this very hour. The sound of this moment will be like thunder rolling in a clear sky, sudden and unexpected, shaking everything that seemed settled. People around you may not understand the shift, but you will, because your spirit has been waiting for the confirmation. You will recognize it not with your eyes first, but with the fire inside you that leaps the instant the door opens and the surprise is set before you. My beloved child, this is not a gift to keep small or hidden, for its purpose is larger than your private joy. It is meant to shine outward, to remind others that patience is not in vain, that waiting births wonders. Those who doubted you, those who turned away, will stand in silence when they see what has been delivered to your life. Do not fear the jealousy that may rise, for protection has been assigned to guard this blessing. What comes to you cannot be stolen, cannot be delayed, cannot be reduced. It belongs to you fully, and only your hands are meant to hold it. Even now, you may feel the energy of protection wrapping tightly around you, a shield invisible but impenetrable. You must prepare yourself, because the moment of impact will be intense. It will not knock softly but arrive with force, flooding your home with an energy so radiant that even objects around you may seem to vibrate with new life. This is how you will know the surprise has been planted in your space, and once it does, your life will not return to its old form again. The story of your past struggles will finally make sense, each closed door, each painful ending, each night of unanswered prayers. They were not denials, but divine delays, holding back until this exact moment when everything could align perfectly. Now the delay is broken, and the sound of release is ringing like bells through your spirit. My beloved child, remain steady in this moment. The air is heavy with transition, and distractions will rise like waves, trying to pull you away from the shore of destiny. But hold fast, keep your eyes fixed, because the delivery of this wonderful surprise is closer than your own shadow. My beloved child, the closer this moment comes, the more the air around you begins to carry a charge, a tension that feels like lightning preparing to strike. You may sense it even in the quietest moments, as if the walls themselves are holding their breath in anticipation of what is about to unfold. This is no ordinary day, no ordinary message. This is the announcement of the shift you have been waiting for, and it is unfolding right now. You have endured storms that threatened to bury your hope, yet here you stand, still waiting, still breathing, still holding on to the thread of faith. That thread has now been woven into a rope strong enough to pull the surprise straight into your life. No hand of doubt, no scheme of envy, no shadow of fear will be able to cut it, because it is tied by forces beyond human reach. The rhythm of your life is about to change, and you will feel it as though the air moves differently when you step into the room. People will look at you without knowing why their eyes linger longer, why their hearts stir when you pass. It is because the wonderful surprise heading toward you does not come empty, it carries with it an aura, a fragrance of destiny that clings to your very being. My beloved child, there will be a knock, and though it may sound like any other, your spirit will leap at its arrival. Do not hesitate to open, for hesitation could blur the moment, and this moment must be embraced without delay. The one who delivers carries not just the surprise but also confirmation, evidence that your faith was not wasted. There is a hush moving before the surprise, a silence that feels heavy yet holy. This silence is not emptiness but fullness waiting to be revealed. You may feel it in your dreams, see glimpses in your visions, or sense it in sudden chills running across your skin. These are the signals that the hour is approaching. Everything you thought you lost, everything you thought was wasted, is now being returned to you multiplied. This surprise carries within it the restoration of years, the healing of wounds, and the unfolding of promises that once seemed impossible. You will not simply receive an object or a message, you will receive a turning point, a shift so deep that it divides your life into before and after. Do not let fear whisper its lies to you now. It will try to convince you that you are not worthy, that perhaps this is meant for someone else, but silence those voices immediately. Worthiness was never the condition, destiny was. And destiny has marked you with a seal that no man can erase. My beloved child, those who once overlooked you will have no choice but to see you. Those who doubted you will stand in awe when they realize what has arrived at your home. And those who thought you would be forgotten will be forced to watch as heaven's hand places something irreplaceable directly into your life. The surprise is layered, carrying more than one blessing hidden within it. At first, you will see only part of it, but as time unfolds, more will be revealed. Just as a wrapped gift hides treasures beneath paper, so too will this moment unveil itself in stages, each one greater than the last, until you are overwhelmed by its fullness. This is the season where the unseen becomes visible, where the unheard becomes undeniable. What was once only whispered to your soul will now stand before your eyes, undeniable, unshakable, and unforgettable. This is not a fleeting joy but a permanent shift, a foundation laid to last for generations beyond you. My beloved child, the weight of this hour is unlike any you have ever known before. It is as if the world around you has paused, every sound muted, every motion slowed, because something extraordinary is on its way directly into your life. You may not see it with your eyes yet, but your spirit feels the vibration, the undeniable truth that the wonderful surprise is only breaths away from touching your hands. Every battle you have fought has carved space within you, shaping you like a vessel ready to be filled. The cracks left behind by pain were not signs of weakness but openings for the light now pouring in. This surprise was never designed to pass you by, it was always waiting for the exact moment when you would be strong enough to hold it. The messenger who carries it is already moving, and with every step, the energy around you grows heavier. You may notice your heart racing at unexpected times, your thoughts drifting to possibilities that once seemed far from reach. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations, signals that the delivery is close and that your home is about to be marked with joy. My beloved child, understand this: what is coming is not just for your comfort but also for your transformation. This surprise will stretch you, lift you, and launch you into places you could not have entered on your own. It carries keys to doors that have remained locked for years, and once those doors open, nothing will be able to shut them again. The surprise is dressed in layers, and though at first you may only see one part, each layer you unwrap will reveal something deeper. What begins as joy will grow into peace, what begins as peace will grow into strength, and what begins as strength will overflow into abundance beyond measure. You are not receiving a fragment, you are receiving a fullness meant to carry you into the next chapter of your life. There will be resistance, my child, because shadows always stir when light prepares to break through. But do not fear these distractions, for they are powerless against what has already been set in motion. Every attempt to delay you, to confuse you, to blind you, is already being dismantled by unseen hands working on your behalf. The surprise carries a seal, and once it touches your home, everyone connected to you will feel its impact. Your family will sense the shift, your surroundings will brighten, even your own reflection will carry a glow that cannot be explained. This is the mark of transformation, the sign that destiny has collided with your reality in a way that cannot be reversed. My beloved child, prepare yourself, because the moment is approaching faster than you realize. The footsteps are closer, the air is denser, the silence is thicker, and soon the knock will echo through your walls. When it does, let your heart be ready to receive, because this is the moment your waiting turns into fulfillment. Do not let hesitation rob you of this hour. When the surprise comes, open with boldness, receive with gratitude, and allow its weight to settle fully within you. This is not the time to shrink back or doubt, this is the time to step forward into everything you were meant to hold. The surprise is coming not only to bless you but to restore the years that were stolen, the moments that were wasted, the opportunities that slipped away. It is the great reversal, the turning of the tide, the shift that places you back into alignment with everything you thought was lost. Nothing is gone, it has all been preserved, waiting for this very unveiling. My beloved child, the world may not yet know what is about to happen, but heaven already celebrates. Trumpets are sounding in the unseen, voices are rising in triumph, because they know what is written for you cannot be erased. And soon, very soon, the same celebration will break into your life, flooding your home with joy unstoppable. My beloved child, in this silence, you are being prepared without even realizing it. The sudden heaviness in your spirit is not a burden but a sign that something greater than your imagination is aligning with your present. This heaviness is heaven's way of anchoring you so you do not drift away when the surprise arrives in full power. The clock you watch each day has been ticking differently without your awareness. Minutes feel longer, nights feel heavier, mornings feel brighter, because your spirit senses the shift long before your eyes will. You are stepping into a moment where time itself bends to serve your destiny. There will be signals in the ordinary, things that most would ignore but your soul will recognize. The flicker of a light at just the right moment, a sudden rush of wind in a still room, or the sound of a door creaking without a touch, these are not random events. They are small markers, preparing your heart for the bigger revelation that is only steps away. My beloved child, when this surprise enters your life, it will feel as though the atmosphere itself bows in respect. You will sense it in your bones, in the racing of your heartbeat, in the trembling of your hands as you realize that this is not something anyone else could have delivered. It belongs only to you, signed, sealed, and chosen for this very hour. The shadows will try their best to unsettle you before this delivery. Old memories may rise, old fears may whisper, but you must not allow them to regain power over you. They are only echoes of the past, powerless against the roaring declaration of your present. The surprise is closer than your doubts, stronger than your fears, and louder than your worries. It carries not just answers but abundance, not just relief but renewal, not just comfort but transformation. It is not meant to visit and leave but to remain and build something unshakable in your life. My beloved child, understand that this is not chance, it is design. Everything has been calculated, from the timing of the messenger's steps to the weight of the gift being carried. Even the breath you take right now is in rhythm with the unfolding of this divine plan. There will be a sound, a shift, a vibration you cannot mistake. It will come when you least expect it but exactly when you need it most. That is the nature of surprises from heaven. They do not follow human calendars but arrive with precision that silences every doubt. Your home is about to become a sanctuary of joy. The walls will hold memories they have never held before, laughter will echo in corners that once carried silence, and peace will dwell where fear once sat. The arrival of this surprise is not temporary, it is permanent, rewriting the very atmosphere of your space. My beloved child, you are standing on the edge of something extraordinary. Do not step back in fear, do not close your eyes in doubt, because the moment is too critical to miss. Stand firm, stand open, and watch as what was promised begins to unfold before you. My beloved child, the moment you have been waiting for has finally touched the edge of your reality. The silence is breaking, the stillness is shattering, and what was once hidden behind the veil of waiting is now stepping fully into your life. The wonderful surprise is no longer on its way. It is here, right at your doorstep, ready to enter. The knock will sound, and though it will seem ordinary to anyone else, to you it will feel like thunder rolling across the skies. Your heart will recognize it before your ears fully process it, because your soul has been prepared for this encounter long before today. Do not hesitate, my child, because hesitation could dull the brightness of this revelation. Open wide, and let what belongs to you flood into your space. It does not come in fragments but in fullness, carrying not only what you asked for but what you never even dared to imagine. This surprise is more than a gift, it is a transformation, a rewriting of your entire story. The walls of your home will vibrate with its presence. The air will feel different, heavy with an energy that makes even the simplest moment extraordinary. You will know instantly that this was designed only for you, sealed with your name, and timed with your life's exact rhythm. My beloved child, as you receive it, tears may come uninvited, not of sorrow but of release. Every heavy chain of the past will dissolve in the warmth of this moment. The memories of your struggles will no longer sting, they will only shine as proof of how far you have come. The surprise brings not only joy but restoration. What was broken is being mended, what was stolen is being returned, and what was denied is being placed in your hands with interest. You will not only hold blessing, you will hold justice wrapped in light. This is the season of reversal, the moment when tides turn, when night surrenders to morning, when silence bows to sound. Your life will no longer be defined by waiting but by receiving, no longer by longing but by overflowing. This shift is permanent, irreversible, and unshakable. My beloved child, let gratitude pour from your heart as the surprise settles in. Whisper your thanks into the air, because heaven is listening, and your gratitude will become a fragrance rising upward. That fragrance will ensure that the flow of blessing continues, not ending with this moment but beginning with it. The surprise carries more than you can see at once. With each passing day, more of its depth will be revealed, like a treasure chest opening layer after layer. What you first thought was the full gift will keep expanding, reminding you daily that destiny has no limits. And though others may try to understand, they cannot, for this is not theirs to receive. Some will envy, some will question, some will even doubt, but none can deny the glow that surrounds you now. The evidence is too bright, too heavy, too undeniable. My beloved child, your life is now marked by this arrival. You are no longer the same as before, because once heaven delivers, nothing remains ordinary. You will walk differently, speak differently, and carry a confidence that was born in this very moment of fulfillment. Do not be afraid of what lies ahead, because this surprise was not sent to confuse you but to guide you. It comes with direction, with clarity, with open doors that lead to even greater horizons. What begins here will echo into the future, multiplying in ways you cannot yet count. This is your hour, this is your turning point, this is your confirmation. What you thought would never come has arrived, and it has arrived in abundance. Let your heart rest now, for the waiting is over and the blessing is home. My beloved child, you have reached the end of the silence and the beginning of the sound. This is the moment you will remember for the rest of your life, the day everything changed, the day the wonderful surprise entered your home and made it sacred ground. Breathe it in, hold it close, and never let go of the gratitude that keeps the flow alive. And as you receive this gift, know that you were never forgotten, never overlooked, never abandoned. This was always for you, and nothing could have stopped it from finding you. Today is proof that patience has power, and destiny always arrives on time.